This video is one of the most important video that you would watch if you want to understand how to mark key level like an advanced trader. For those of you that have been following me, for those of you that have been watching all my videos, I've talked about key level, but this is key level part 2 for advanced traders. Take this information very serious, and by the end of this video, you should have become a pro in spotting key level. Now, number one, what are key levels? Very important. What are key levels? Let me write it down here. Key level. Now, key levels are very, very important when it comes to what? When it comes to directional bias on the chart. Now, most of you know when the market is bullish, most of you know when the market is bearish, but how many of you can actually tell when the market is going to react at a particular zone? When you understand the concept behind key level, you would notice that key level is different from support and resistance. Key level is different from what? Supply and demand. Now, how do you decide which level is a key level, which level is a support, which level is a supply and demand, and which level is a magnet zone? I note, number one, when it comes to drawing your support, there are 3 time frames you need to pay attention to. Number one, the most important time frame of them all is what? Is the daily time frame. The daily time frame. On your chart, you see it as D1. Now, you see this time frame is very, very important. The daily time frame is very, very important. On the daily time frame, that is the only time frame where you should draw your support and what? And your resistance. Now, for you to find a valid support and resistance, what do you need? You need 3 touch. 3 touch. Take note of all this information I'm giving you guys because we'll make use of it in the chart. Now, whenever you go to the chart, right, and you see your resistance, you see your support, then the market tests tier 1, tests tier 2, tests tier 3. This is a valid support. Now, let's say the market then tests the resistance 1, tests it 2, then drop. We did not see the third touch. This is not considered as a resistance. This is considered as a what? As a key level. Try as much as possible to be able to tell the difference between every single concept in trading so you don't make mistake. Now, take for example this floor that I'm standing. This floor that I'm standing is a support. But let's say if you go close to that edge, fire will end up burning you. What does that mean? There's a key level there. There is something to avoid around that zone. Now, is that zone a support? It's no longer a support because you don't know if the fire burn you there, if you fall deeper or if you get burnt. Do you understand? So you need to be able to tell the difference between key level and support. Remember, for support, the market must test 3 times. For resistance, the market must test also how many times? 3 times. But if the market ends up testing twice or once and the market reacts immediately, it means that level is a key level. What do we mean by that level is a key level? We have a lot of buyers waiting there, or we have a lot of sellers waiting there. Now let's go to the chart and let me give you guys an example. Now remember, if you want to draw your key level, where do you go to? You go to the daily time frame. Now on your daily time frame, you look for what? You look for your support and resistance. Now let's look for our support and resistance. This is gold. Now if you're looking for your support and resistance, this level is your what? Is your support. This is the daily time frame. Now, why are we calling this level a support? Because we have 1 touch, we have 2 touch, we have 3 touch, we have 4 touch. Now, when it comes to drawing support and resistance, you need to ensure that both the body and the wick of that candle are covered. What do I mean by that? If you are using this rectangular tool, right? Both the body and the wick, cover all of them. It is very, very important. Okay? But when you want to draw supply and demand, that's when you pay attention to candles. And when you want to draw key level, you can also pay attention to both the candle and the wick. Now, we've drawn our support, right? So this level is referred to as what? It's referred to as our support. Now, the market is pushing to the upside. Now, look at what happened here. At this zone here, the market only tested 1, 2. Automatically, what does that make this zone? a key level. This is not a resistance. Remember, for a market to be valid, for a resistance to be valid, the market needs to test it how many times? 1, 2, 3. Now, this market have tested this 1, tested this 2. So when the market was pushing to that level, you consider this zone. You consider this zone as what? As a key level, which is your KL or POI. I will still break down what POI means, or key level. Okay? Now, the market has tested that level. Automatically, the market has given us what? A third touch. So now, this key level that was previously a key level because we only had 2 touch, and we're looking to how the market will react when the market gets here, is now seen as what? A resistance. I don't know if you understand me. This is our support. We had 4 touch. Then the market was heading towards these 2 touch, which is our key level. What do you mean by key level? Where the market is likely to react. Where if the market gets to, you are expecting a reaction, either a push to the downside or more push to the upside, paired with your fundamental analysis. Because fundamental analysis is also very, very important. Most times when a market approaches a key level, you end up seeing the market reacting to fundamental analysis and dumps aggressively or pumps aggressively. Now, for those of you that want to join my online class, for those of you that have been watching my videos on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, our online class is coming in September. I gave you guys a poll in the group. Suggest what you want. Do you want an online class or do you want a VIP signal group? It's left for you. The VIP signal group might be $200 per month, or the online class $250 for 2 months with live session. So decide what you want and we'll know what to do, I and my team. Remember, I don't offer investment, I will never ask you for money, and I don't have a VIP signal group. I give all my signals for free. So be careful, don't get scammed. Now back to this. Now gold has tested this key level and we can see reaction. How can we tell that this is a reaction? Look, the market is what? The market is getting exhausted. Now, how do you tell exhaustion? Now, for you to understand exhaustion, you need to understand that if a market is printing huge candles like this, it is considered as a what? Impulse. But when the candles start getting smaller before the market changes direction, it is called an exhaustion. And whenever you notice a candle moving like this, then all of a sudden the candle start getting smaller. Exhaustion is starting to take place. And what does exhaustion simply means? It means the market is getting tired and a change of direction might likely happen. Imagine you're running, then you get tired, you're exhausted, you need to drink water, you need to refuel yourself. Then what happened? You continue running, or you go back to get water and come back. So remember, support and resistance are very different from key level. Key level can help you tell that if this market gets to this zone, there will be a reaction. And key level sometimes are where liquidity are resting at the top. Please take notes. Now, how do you take advantage of key level? When the market gets to those key level, you want to pay attention to the candle formation. If you see the market forms a candle like this at a key level, you see the market form a candle like this. Either this candle is maybe bearish, right? Of course, this is an inverted hammer. If you see this on a key level, what would happen? More dump to the downside. And if you end up seeing the market getting close to a key level and you see a huge bullish candle like this, what does that mean? The buyers are still in control. Remember, now that this market is approaching this key level, if you see a huge bullish candle like this, the buyers are still in control. But if this market closed with this candle, it means sellers are coming in. Then what happens if the market closes with a doji candle, something like this? It means both the buyers and the sellers are struggling. What you need to do is to wait for the next candle that will form. If the next candle that forms closes like this, below this candle, closes like this, below this wick, it simply means that what? Sellers have taken over and the market will continue to sell. But if the next candle that forms closes above, it means buyers have taken over. Remember, what you want to pay attention to, if a market closes with a doji candle, what you want to pay attention to is the next candle? Will it close above the wick at the top or below the wick at the bottom? That will tell you if this market will continue dumping or continue pushing to the upside. Remember, key levels are different from support and resistance. Key level are different from supply and demand. Key level helps you to understand if this market is coming to that zone, and you need to pay attention to how the market will react around that zone. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Remember, we are snipers. We don't rush the market. We wait for the market to come to us. Peace.